Hey there, it's Worst Pokemon Trainer, and I'm here to answer the question, how difficult is it to get that Platinum Trophy in God of War 3 Remastered? So God of War 3 is a hack and slash action adventure game. It focuses on the character Kratos and his journey for vengeance against Zeus and the gods of Olympus. I don't want to get into much more details for those who haven't played the game, but despite it being, you know, pretty old at this point, but I don't want to get too much into those details. The game itself is actually pretty fantastic. It's jam-packed with action, great music, and satisfying gameplay. But I
Before
wanted to
the
know
age
how
of the
difficult it is
twilight
to actually
set upon
platinum.
the gods.
So let's find out. Getting the platinum trophy for this game might be a bit of a challenge for some. I think especially for newcomers to the series and new trophy hunters. There are definitely some frustrating parts, but I think it's still a good overall challenge. So let's break down some of these trophies. Um, you only have to do one playthrough of the game, and you can actually get most things in one playthrough. But I did two playthroughs, and I'll get into that in a little bit later. But you have trophies like this. Phoenix feathers are magic upgrade. Organize your health upgrade. Minotaur horns are your item bar upgrade. Those are the collectibles, and they're not that bad to get, to be honest. If you're simply keeping your eyes open and exploring every nook and cranny, opening every chest you find, you should get this without much trouble on your first playthrough. But there's YouTube videos that show the locations of these if you are struggling. The other collectible that there is this godly possessions. These ones are a little more well hidden, but they're not too bad. I did have to use a video guide for these ones, so you might have to as well, because I didn't get these on my first playthrough. You know, you also have other trophies like upgrade any weapon to the next level. That's pretty simple. Got three centaur generals. Something like this is just doing the QTE against these centaurs that you see. There's only three in the game, but you have to do all three to get the trophy. You got something like burn 100 enemies with the bow of Apollo. Pretty simple, but if you're not paying attention, you will miss these trophies. My suggestion is as soon as you get the chance, just go to town and get them as soon as you can. Same with like this, you got the kick 50 hounds. As soon as you see hounds, start kicking them, and eventually you'll get the trophy. Got another one, blind 100 enemies with the head of Helios. The second you get it, just start blinding people, and you should be fine. You got a perform 1000 hit combo here. It was actually pretty simple to farm in the pit of Tartarus, so don't worry too much about that one either. But the hardest trophies in this game, in my opinion, are these three down here. I'm gonna start with Amazed. This one is beating the labyrinth without dying or failing. But the good news is there's an exploit that you can use. You die, or if you fail for whatever reason in the labyrinth part of the game, simply on the game over screen, simply quit to the main menu, go to the load game, and simply just load your autosave, and it will count as you never failing. And you can do that multiple times until you beat it, and you should get it. That's how I did it at least. The second hardest one here is Beat Titan mode, which is hard mode. And this is why I recommend two playthroughs. One on normal to get, the feel of the game, and then this one, the second on hard mode. The game is short enough that it's easy to do two playthroughs, doesn't overstay its welcome. Um, Titan mode is pretty annoying. There's some very frustrating fights, but if you're struggling, just spam all your magic that you have and you should be good. Just takes practice and patience. The toughest trophy would be this one here. Beat the Challenge of Olympus. It's a set of challenges that are very difficult and even require luck to beat. And they can be pretty frustrating, to be honest. I'm gonna get into some of them right now, just to give you an example. This one right here, bare hands, probably the hardest one. tells you to beat these enemies without any weapons, right? The trick to this, I probably won't get it on this attempt, but is to like try and get these enemies to fall out of the arena, the big ones, because they take so much damage. But it's tricky. They do not like to stay at the edge. And it gets harder because then there's a bigger Cyclops guy that shows up. That dude right there, right? So it took me a long time to get this one. It was very frustrating. Oh, right there. That's probably the hardest one. Again, that one involves luck. But it is doable with practice and patience. I don't think it's the hardest thing out there in the world, but it's definitely a challenge. And yeah, these are, like I said, this is the hardest part of the game, these challenges. Some are way easier than others. And you'll honestly just have to keep attempting over and over. Just how it is, unfortunately. But it is doable, so don't be discouraged or anything. But that's about it. Overall, I think it's a pretty I wouldn't say challenging, it's a pretty good middle of the road challenge for Platinum Trophy. Like I said, you can do most of everything in one playthrough. You just go straight into hard mode. But I did it in two. I did normal and then hard. And I beat the game. I got the platinum, I should say, in about 24 hours according to the PSN status. Most of the stuff is easy to get. If you're just honestly paying attention and just looking everywhere for everything, you will have no problem. Again, the hardest trophy is this one right here, beating these challenges of Olympus. And then, you know, the hard mode is definitely going to frustrate some people as well, but I think it's doable. It's a short game, as I said. There's no multiple playthroughs, you don't have to do them. There's no online stuff. I definitely recommend doing this platinum if you haven't had it, or if you're looking for something to do. It's a good challenge, and it's an awesome game to play. I totally recommend it. Okay, that's it for me then. Thanks for dropping by. Have an awesome day. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.